if you recall, the last time that you were here,
Yes.
I was telling you that I could always see you getting back with Puffy in a little way.
I remember you saying
Yes.
that. Yes.
Or in my mind,
Look at
or in my mind, getting together permanently with
first of all,
Pitbull.
right, Pitbull, it's crazy. Everybody came alive. They all had something to say.
Yeah, everybody has an opinion.
Yes, it's funny to me.
Recent shocking claims suggest Hollywood stars Jennifer Lopez and Ashton Kutcher may have played key roles in events tied to Diddy, rather than being casual acquaintances.
Ashton Kutcher and Jennifer Lopez as Diddy's handler says they left the country. Again, man, with all this stuff coming out, you know, they talk about Diddy, they talk about Jay-Z, but we all know that there's more people involved. With that Jane Doe chick, I'm still trying to figure out who the female is in that room, allegedly. You know, a lot of stuff is alleged, but come on, man. We're gonna check this out. Take these videos with a grain of salt, because some stuff be like exaggerated, but we gonna see. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right to it.
Doing, mommy?
I'm good. We're great. We're blessed, and we're happy to be here today to support you always in all of the beautiful things that you are doing. Thank you for having us.
Man.
Celebrities who participated in Diddy's crimes are getting exposed, and word on the street is that Jennifer Lopez and Ashton Kutcher ran the whole thing. Not only that, the FBI reportedly found some incriminating videos of them during their raid on Diddy's house.
You know, I just thought about, because, you know, Ashton had that series Pump. Because I was just saying to myself, like, they ran the whole thing. And then he had Punk, so he's been in the world of getting stuff together with the cameras and all. Again, this stuff is alleged, but not shocking.
And that's not all. Rumors suggest one of them may have witnessed Diddy assault someone, but chose to stay silent and even helped cover it up. Can you believe this? This story is absolutely insane. So grab your popcorn, because it's just getting started.
You guys get out of control.
Do you have any comments about P. Diddy and the allegations?
Hell no.
Don't lean. Don't lean. You take nice and fine.
So, one thing these past few months have made crystal clear, y'all, is that celebrities will act like they've never met each other the moment one of them gets into trouble. But you know what? Thank God for the internet, because it never forgets. As much as some celebs are now scrambling to distance themselves from Diddy, the receipts are there for the world to see. Photos, videos, and countless red carpet moments. There's an endless archive online of
Some sources have raised concerns about their role in the drama that is playing out, even speculating that they may have seen illegal conduct taking place but chose not to step in.
posing, and cozying up with him over the years. Try as they might to rewrite history, those images aren't going anywhere. Y'all, for years, Diddy was the life of the party. His legendary events weren't just parties, they were cultural moments. Celebrities from every corner of the industry clamored for an invite, and the photos and videos from those nights were plastered across magazines and social media. But now, with Diddy facing mounting allegations and serious legal troubles, those same celebs are suddenly silent. People who were once front and center at his gatherings are conveniently acting like they barely knew him. It's the classic Hollywood move. When the heat gets too intense, cut ties, and hope no one notices. Two of the celebrities who have been trying tirelessly to distance themselves from Diddy are Ashton and Jennifer Lopez. Now, when we look back at all these allegations against Diddy, both of them have been around when some of these alleged things went down. Like Jenny, for example. We all know that Jennifer Lopez has one of the most complicated back and forth relationships ever. But of late, people have always questioned if Jennifer truly ever knew what Diddy was up to, and recent pictures from the night where Diddy and two other celebs have just revealed. And as it turns out, Jennifer Lopez was next to Diddy that whole night. The incident took place in New York back in 2000. The recent resurfaced photos show Diddy and Lopez getting into a heated environment, and it's alleged that after his heated exchange with Jenny, Diddy went and committed his heinous crime. In the photos, Diddy was spotted standing close to Jenny, wearing a white t-shirt and a baseball cap, with one hand casually placed against the wall behind her. He leaned in, and the two appeared to be in a deep and heated conversation. But what they were discussing? That's anyone's guess. Diddy held a bottle of champagne as they continued talking in what can only be described as an angry manner. Now, just moments earlier, Jennifer Lopez had been next to her sister, Linda Lopez, from an elevated platform overlooking the party, while Diddy poured drinks for the guests. Now on...
Man, I didn't even know she had a sister. You know, it's gonna be a lot of speculation until the real truth comes out. But man, you gotta just understand that these people were so close to each other. There's no way they didn't know.
Had been next to her sister, Linda Lopez, from an elevated platform overlooking the party, while Diddy poured drinks for the guests. Now, on this night in particular, Diddy and Jay-Z are accused of assaulting a Jane Doe when she was just while another female celebrity watched. The lawsuit states that on the night in question, the Jane Doe was dropped off by a friend at Radio City Music Hall in New York City, hoping to get into the VMAs. But here's the thing, she didn't have a ticket, and being just 13 years old, she was turned away at the door, so she decided to go to the after party instead. Y'all,
so that's not her. That's that Misha chick that they're showing in this clip right now. That's why I said take these videos with a grain of salt. It'd be a lot of things that be talked about, and you know, you gotta listen and read in between the lines.
Jennifer Lopez and Diddy were a well-known couple in the early 2000s. Recent allegations against Diddy raised questions about how much Lopez knew about his actions at the time.
It's alleged that she tried talking to a couple of the limo drivers who were there so she could get a lift to the VMA's after party. She stumbled upon one driver who claimed to work for Diddy, and the driver told her that she would definitely get into the party because she was young and she was the type of girl Diddy was into. The limo driver then drove the girl to the after party. Now, according to the lawsuit, the girl was then given an NDA to sign, promising that tasted like orange to rest, while the females...
Again, I'm forwarding because we've heard all this before, and I gotta be careful because they try to take your videos down. We know the story about, I'm just trying to get more to the J-Lo and Ashton Kutcher.
Celeb watched on unfolded. It's important to note that no formal accusations have been made against Jennifer Lopez, and her involvement remains unconfirmed. However, this isn't the first time her name has been linked to incidents involving Diddy, adding another layer of complexity to an already dark story. Now, as the lawsuit moves forward, people are undoubtedly demanding answers, not just from Diddy, but from everyone who was present that night, especially from Jennifer Lopez. The resurfaced rumors have reignited questions about her long-standing relationship with Diddy and her awareness of his alleged behavior. Now, when it comes to Ashton Kutcher, he and Diddy's stories are even worse. Y'all, the moment when Ashton Kutcher and Sean Diddy Combs first crossed paths was a meeting that didn't exactly scream friendship goals, but somehow became the start of a bond that would last for years. It all began during Ashton's MTV Punk'd days. Ashton had one of his signature pranks lined up, and his target? None other than Diddy himself. But before Ashton could pull the trigger on the prank, he got a very unexpected call from Diddy. Now, this wasn't your average friendly courtesy call, y'all. According to Ashton, Diddy essentially told him, in no uncertain terms, that punking him would be a terrible idea. It wasn't a polite, please don't, either. Ashton described it as a full-on warning. Diddy made it clear that it would be in Ashton's best interest to revisit his plans and leave him out of the prank shenanigans. Do you think that kind of conversation would have...
One troubling incident from a VMA afterparty involved a 13-year-old girl who was reportedly lured to the event under false pretenses and later assaulted by Diddy and Jay-Z.
Former Playboy model claims Sean Diddy Combs made her watch a Jennifer Lopez music video on repeat at one of his freak-offs. Rachel Kennedy claims the footage was playing on a continuous loop in Diddy's Tokyo hotel room during the 2000 interaction, and further alleged that the rapper was on the phone with J-Lo, whom he was dating at the time. Rachel said on the Daily Mail's The Trial of Diddy podcast that she found the entire situation quite odd, and further described it as creepy and disrespectful. Rachel and her two friends had been invited to Diddy's room for a party after meeting him at a topless club in Japan. She and her friends were expecting to just attend the party, but Diddy was alone in his room when they arrived. She claims they then engaged in a consensual sexual encounter. Jennifer Lopez.
The girl, initially denied entry at Radio City Music Hall, eventually attended the party after a limo driver working for Diddy promised to get her inside, claiming she was his type.
We've been texting back and forth, and I'm just glad that he's alive. Next.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked Uptown Records from the very beginning. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, it's speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit ass motherfucking game fucking with people that you love.
At the party, the girl reportedly met celebrities like Lopez. She was given a drink that made her feel dizzy and intoxicated, leading to a serious turn of events.
There's too many coincidences.
Too many. You...
Fuck you, honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog, too. And congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that shit?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on with it. It is, yeah, a lot of people are looking at it as like that's the way the new relationship should work.
What, to get paid?
Yeah,
She was
basically.
getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What the fuck is going on that $250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like, fuck the fact that he, I'm just saying, fuck the fact that he cut from 500 to 200. Who the fuck gives a shit? 200K, who 250K? Who turning down 250K a month? What the fuck is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Could see some things.
That ain't worth 250K. That's gotta be some dark shit. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K. 4 million every quarter. Well, I'm sorry, $1 million every quarter.
Shit.
Now she was getting 2 million a quarter, but then she got, you know, fuck you got going on. That's so deep that it ain't worth $1 million a quarter.
They told a story about Cassie one time, and she was saying someone had asked her why she cut her hair, and she was like, well, Diddy said he just liked it that way. And they said when she answered the question, it was like she was in a trance. Like, she was just like, I just don't know. Diddy just said he would like my hair this way. And they was like so in awe, like how she didn't even have a thought about it. It was just what he wanted.
That's how he.
Although no accusations have been made against Lopez, her presence at the party has raised concerns, rekindling public interest in her connection with Diddy.
He has people followed. He has people watched. He does all kinds of fucking. He's a fucking piece of shit.
Too much money.
I feel bad for the kids. Like, don't think that there aren't moments when I'm speaking honestly about that motherfucker that I pray that his children don't hear it. Because that's still their dad. I know what it's like to have a baby with a fucked up ass motherfucker. As much as I can't stand my ex-husband, I would never want my son to feel bad about either one of us being his parent. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. I would never want that.
Exactly.
But their father is the fucking devil. He the fucking devil.
Hold that thought. Why do you think TD Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?
You know, do you remember when Bernie Mac played the minister in Friday?
Yes.
That's how I feel about TD Jakes. Like, that's how I see. Oh, Miss Parker, come to pray. But for him to be at a Diddy party, I don't know. Like, I feel the same way about that as I feel about when Tyler Perry came to his church and laid hands on him and he caught the Holy Spirit from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is the bishop of what? Like, I've never, like, and I cut a check for 100 and I'm gonna lay my hands on your bishop. And he said, and then the bitch said, it's on the fucking internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the dais screaming, push the baby out. Birth that baby. I'm like, are we a church? Or is this about to turn into like a whole nother scene, like a lost scene from Eyes Wide Shut? Like, this shit is looking a little weird. I mean, if Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons. Money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties. Money and sex. I hope it was for money.
Charitable contribution.
I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on is, that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on.
Ashton Kutcher recounted that his friendship with Diddy began after Diddy warned him not to confront him, leading to an unusual bond.
But he was always right there, but not like at nighttime when we was at doing things. He wasn't around, bro. He was only there when the cameras was there and shit like that. I don't know how much he could do. I don't know if he would say anything because he probably signed the ND, a non-disclosure, and he don't want to say anything against Puff anyway because Puff got shit on him. And I ain't talking about no sexual shit, none of that shit. The nigga was stealing, bro. Yo, bro. The niggas I don't want to put that on sticky fingers. That nigga right there, bro, don't lay nothing down around him. You heard me? Don't lay nothing down around dude right there. Dog, Jennifer Lopez had these boots, they cost $5,000. I'm like, what kind of fucking boots cost $5,000? Now you gotta realize, this is like in 2000, early 2000. These boots cost $5,000. And because she was gonna be out of the country or something like that, she didn't have them come to her house down in the village because she would have never got it because they'd be stealing her stuff down there at her apartment. So she had them come to Puff house. She wanted these boots so bad, she was mad. They looked through everything trying to find Jennifer boots. Cause Puff had like Puff, people used to just give him shit and send him shit from everywhere. So he had this mail room in his house with numbers just that he never even opened. But I don't know how Farnsworth Bentley found that shit. But we went over there to his house and we found a lot of Jennifer shit and everybody else's shit that belonged to Puff. I guess Puff had too much stuff in the room and he was just keeping them for it.
And you seen this with your own eyes? That's crazy, man.
My own eyes, bro. We went to his apartment.
He don't even seem like that type of dude, yo, but damn.
Security officers, we went over there, man. They had to do shit, bro. And that's why Puff had stopped messing with him. And then he goes get a show. Puff ain't say nothing. He went and got a show of how to be teaching thugs how to be a gentleman. I hope the first thing he taught them was that don't steal.
Kutcher and Diddy were frequently seen together at red carpet events and social gatherings, with Kutcher attending Diddy's famous white parties.
Recently just went to Shreveport and he put on this whole extravaganza.
I hate that.
Yeah, Hurricane Chris has come to the blogs and said, how could you come here to our place and not put on those Shreveport legends and you could spend $500,000 on security to keep the hood out or to keep the hood from going?
Cause he don't give about none of them boys. He don't give a fuck about Louisiana. Cause I tell you one thing, the second that Curtis got down there, right before me and my son were separated from each other, we went home for a visit. And the fishing hole that we went to, where fish are normally jumping, all of a sudden died. There was nothing out there. You could smell the poison in the water, which of course with irrigation, which of course would bring storms around. You gotta like multimillionaires when they start creating tragedies to pretend to be heroes for. Why did Curtis Jackson lie to everybody? Why doesn't Curtis Jackson tell people that he has a house in Carrollton, and he's had a house in Carrollton for over 7 years? That he comes down here, getting a lay of the land, hiring private investigators to follow people around. Why didn't he tell anybody that Millennium Studios, which is now G-Unit Studios, was already there? Why is he pretending like he built it from the ground up? He didn't. He bought it. I know Millennium. I used to go there all the time.
It did exist.
Yeah, I know. So why did he lie to everybody? Why did he tell everybody his studio was going to be in Texas? Why did he keep it so quiet? Why didn't nobody in Shreveport know that he was making such a large acquisition? There would have to be some kind of paperwork there. It's almost as if that sale happened overnight. Not even anyone in the clerk's office knew about it, and I would know. I know the clerk.
That's my town. Those are my people. What is it with all of these pretenders?
Kutcher praised Diddy's charisma and parties, calling them unmatched in Hollywood.
Named Curtis Jackson. They should check the EPA report since he's been there and the toxic waste he's been allowing to be dumped around the property of Millennium Studios for cheap cash. And I'm not saying allegedly, Curtis. I know what you've been doing. You don't get no about what happens to those people in that town, but I do. I love the people in that town. I just wonder how you like that man I sent you. Because he really didn't think you was gonna go for him. You, Curtis, you better do right by Shreveport, or I'm gonna let everybody know that Diddy doo-wop bop ain't the only taste you got.
So, just to switch gears.
Curtis, I'm sick and tired of him. I'd have more respect for him if he came out the closet.
It seems like...
Because he's a lot more Bogart than Brooklyn.
It seems like 50 Cent is trying to take down Diddy.
No, he's trying to move Diddy and Jay-Z out the way so he can run it. And the truth is, I ain't mad at him. I just don't trust him. Because the truth is, he would just be another kind of monster in another kind of way. He don't want things to change. He just want to be the one that's running it. See? Easiest thing to do is to take your enemy's feet and hold them to the fire for things you know that they won't admit. Which is why when that C&D came out, he took all of that Diddy shit down. Because of his tape. Say. I just wish, listen to me, make you no mistake about it. 50 is pure hip hop, pure MC. And just like Mike Tyson. Because every time Mike Tyson stuck his...
Speculation suggests Kutcher may have known about Diddy's alleged misconduct but stayed silent. His recent efforts to distance himself from Diddy add to the rumors.
He less the killer that he is in the ring. See, and I think that's the problem that people don't understand when it comes to this hypersexuality in hip hop and masculinity. A lot of people don't realize a lot of the archetypes and everything that they built on are built around Roman soldiers, Greek soldiers, who used butt breaking as a way to trauma bond with each other so that they would kill for each other on the field. You gotta think about it. Real soldiers back in those days, they didn't spend a lot of time around women. Women were something that happened or something that you did to have babies with. Most of your time was spent with the men in the field. Y'all saw the movie, did anybody see Brokeback Mountain? You wanna know what was the saddest thing? Being on tour buses and watching.
An FBI search of Diddy's home reportedly uncovered evidence that could implicate Lopez and Kutcher, though details remain unclear.
Explain your connection or just where you were at or around and who for Bad Boy Records and Uptown Records. Just anyone within that, just what is your connection at all to any of that, if anything?
My direct connection would be, I'll be sure at this point, I was always around, see? Like, you gotta understand, dibbling and dabbling in the dark arts and sex world and being a ghostwriter and then being a public artist, I'm kind of living a double life anyway. But I knew Kim and I knew Kimura. We weren't friends. I wasn't a part of their clique, but we all partied together. They should do a documentary. They did a documentary about Freaknik. They should do a documentary about the Kit Kat Club.
Ooh.
It was an old theater that had been renovated into a nightclub. And, you know, all of the old, like, opera seats were VIPs, private VIPs. Everything happened in there. And you know, they had it was Diddy's idea to pass out the opera glasses so people could spy on each other while they were fucking in each other's shit.
Eyes wide shut.
It was wild. That was at the beginning. The Kit Kat Club was the beginning of him going from Puffy to Diddy. You know what I mean? It was a big change. But that was when he first started really attacking art and real artistry. He wanted whack artists. Like, I'll never forget when he was working with a street team and he had them all in there and it was young boys and he was talking about, listen to me, we don't want talented artists. Stop bringing me talented motherfuckers. Talented motherfuckers is always trying to run the fucking show and they think because they got talent that you need them. We need motherfuckers that need us.
That's a producer's mindset. I can see that.
Mary J. Blige was his prototype for what having no talent can do if you're willing to play the game.
But Kutcher's participation in these events, which have now been linked to accusations of drug abuse and even more severe crimes, has made many wonder what he really knew about Diddy's behind-the-scenes actions.
There's no way in the world that at the position where she sat at the time of that 10th anniversary, and the fact that Beyonce was a freshman coming into the game, she should have been literally bowing down and worshiping this nobody bitch who only got a record out of Wyclef. And it wasn't even the actual record, it was the remix to save the first record that don't nobody ever talk about. Like, I just want to get the record straight.
That's the history. That's the history. Oh.
So imagine what it did for every artist that was her peer at that time to see Mary J. Blige, the queen of R&B hip hop, bow down to this up and comer. Let them all know she's the one. She's the next one in charge. Like, it's a nod. You know? It's a big nod. And it tells everybody else around, oh, that's the chosen one.
Jack, for
shame, you know, after all of that hero worship, she couldn't have, you know, Beyonce got the billion. She couldn't have helped Mary J. Blige pay the Kendu.
Cannot.
She could have just cut a check.
You know, Mary just got her titties done, Jack.
Huh?
She just got her titties done. Brand new, just like a week ago.
Saying they couldn't do her brain and her heart.
Oh, God.
They need to go back in there. There's more work to be done.
Okay.
She got her titties done at 50-something.
I mean, she's on TV. She got a...
Who's watching? Ain't this the last season? She might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Unreleased tapes allegedly show Lopez and Kutcher in suspicious situations, further fueling concerns about their involvement in Diddy's actions.
Jack, so let's speak on you for a second. We're
weird bitch.
We're in summer. Let us know what you have coming up next, because real life does want to be a part of the Jag journey.
I think we are a part of each other's journey at this point.
Yeah, and 1 million subscribers once again, probably touching it right now as we speak.
I know.
And you are a major...
I couldn't be happier for you guys.
No, thank you.
And I'm glad that this is going to be over so Angel can go on vacation and get some sleep.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Ange, we can't wait. No, Ange, we were talking off camera, and Ange has his business acumen is crazy.
Yeah.
And we got to definitely discuss some business with Ange.
Let me tell you something.
Very soon.
Mostly everything that I understand about working with people and doing business with people and living as an entrepreneur, not as a worker, but as a boss, I learned from that man. I'm not going to get too much into his business because people are already gossiping. But what I will say is, you got to look at a person who manages to hold on to relationships for decades and ask yourself, what's real? between these people that keep them in the game for 20 years, 30 years. Your average friendship nowadays doesn't last more than 5 years, and then people journey on, or they move away, or someone gets divorced and they got you and they got this, you know. But when you have people that truly know you, you're a blessed woman. And so what's going on? RealJag.com.
There you go.
What's going on? Love.
There you go.
And partnership. And there's this guy that's always hanging around me now, and he decided he wants to do a documentary about my life.
Oh, sounds entertaining, just the thought of it.
And he's filming right now.
There you go.
While the FBI has not confirmed its findings, rumors have sparked widespread speculation about Lopez and Kutcher's deeper ties to Diddy's alleged misconduct.
I'm surprised that Diddy didn't get a bail, but I don't think right now, based on what I know and based on what I see, I don't think, unless there's a real twist and turn to the plot, I don't think he's coming out of jail again. I don't think, I'm surprised he didn't get a bail, but once they kept him in jail, he ain't getting a bail.
Well, right, because there's witness tampering. He called one of the witnesses like 55 times in a day.
Since he's been in jail?
128 times. No, but before he went to jail, there was, because what had happened was Dawn Richard, who used to be part of Danity Kane, filed a lawsuit.
Right.
And in the lawsuit, she mentioned her group mate, Kalina Harper, a bunch of, 33 times. So Diddy called Kalina 128 times, and then Kalina wrote up a statement saying that I don't agree with all this stuff and I've never seen all the stuff that, Dawn mentioned. I never seen Diddy hit Cassie, whatever. But the fact that he called that many times shows witness tampering. And, basically that's what they're saying, that he's too dangerous to let out.
He's not getting out of jail. When I spoke to my friend who understands these things way better than me from experience, and he told me, he said, he probably was told, and his lawyers probably told 50-50. When you're Puffy and you come in, I got $50 million bail, and you're used to things going your way by hook or crook, they're like, all right, well, at least they're gonna give me fucking bail.
Yeah.
And then they went back to bail hearing again, and they said no, he's not getting out.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times. He's going to sit in jail. They're saying the trial is going to be in May of 2025, but that's not going to happen. It's going to get pushed back. There's going to be more charges. There's going to be more witnesses. The civil lawsuits are wild. There was this new guy that popped up that basically said that Puffy face fucked him in the back of a Macy's. You heard this one?
I didn't hear about the face fucking.
Yes.
I didn't hear about
There's a face fucking lawsuit right now.
There's a
with
face fucking lawsuit, right? So face fucking is the new baby oil.
I guess so.
Face fucking's an ill term, you just said. That's a wild term. Face fucking.
Face fucking. Yeah, this guy who worked for Echo at the time, I guess, ran into Puffy in the stockroom of a Macy's right here, right down the street, the flagship store. Puffy had 3 security guards with him, and he basically made this guy drop to his knees and give him oral sex.
Damn.
With the 3 security guards watching.
Damn.
I'm sure they're looking at each other and go like, man, they don't pay me enough for this shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, man, fuck
tomorrow.
this shit, man. It's got to be another rapper I can work for. I'll work security at Madison Square Garden. This is too much, man. At what point is it? I know it's good, but this is crazy. We get
The lack of official confirmation hasn't stopped media speculation, with many believing the pair may have been more involved than initially thought.
Israelis right now, and the war and the this and that. Seems like you would be more interested in that, like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were before Ashton and his Diddy partying became a set. There's a lot of that's government-based going on. You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with their daughters. I'm glad. I'm sure you're glad, Bruce Willis has dementia right now.
Oh.
Demi Moore has a wild movie out. I forgot what it's called, but I'll Google it. Yeah, The Substance.
He went right back to Mila, though. He went right back to where he wanted to be.
You know, age appropriate.
Not even age appropriate. Was that your Illuminati assignment?
Damn.
And then there's the Danny Masterson connection, too. Who Vlad, if I am correct, and Ashton Kutcher both vouch for. These are weird people.
So, Jay, let me ask you.
The question is
go ahead.
how does Vlad make it on to Pierce Morgan and none of his very nefarious comes up? You're being promoted by child pedo people. You're doing business with child pedo people. You are co-signing child pedo people and you're not one. It's weird. That's just weird. You're weird.
Do you think they asked Vlad?
I watched a video of an interview of Justin Bieber, and he was talking about Billie Eilish, and he was like, he was broke, almost in tears. He's like, I just want to protect her. I just want to keep her safe.
Yeah.
What do you think he went through?
Because he knows
like,
what's been happening to Billie. Just like everybody knew it would.
Hollywood celebrities often distance themselves from scandals, but Lopez and Kutcher's long-standing public friendship with Diddy complicates their situation, as evidence of their association continues to surface.
He tried to exploit the that was on the Biggie video.
No, he wanted to sell a story that he thought would get him higher subscriptions on YouTube. I don't with Choke because Choke knows the truth. He knows the whole truth and he's not telling it. He's telling, he ain't no different than Brother Bilal. They're not worried about the truth. They're worried about what they can do to profit from it. That's why I am the way I am. Most people who know me, who ever done work with me, I'm not a money hound. I'm not sitting there, hey, give me this and you better get, no. I only ask people to pay for my time. The truth is free. Should be. Because see, if what I'm doing for money, then see, there's a motivation. See, the second that I started doing what I'm doing and I knew where I was going with it, I knew I was gonna have to divorce myself from all human everything. Because that's how they get you. They get you with the human with the family, with the friends, with the money, with the cars, the job. The umbrella package for your retirement. That kidney your mom needs. That liver your daughter has that's failing it. You gotta remove yourself from all of that because you can't be influenced by anything. That's why I don't talk money with anyone. That's why I'm so grateful that God brought Odell, because he gives a about the details. I can't. I can only care about the truth. My relationship is to the truth and making sure that the truth gets to where it goes. If I am corruptible in any way, how can I ask anybody to believe me implicitly?
That's real.
And the truth is, if I was down for the fuck shit, I would already be a trillionaire by now. Because the that I am and the that I can do, the level that I could have gone to, if I was down for the cruelty, well, Jay-Z would be afraid of me because he'd be waiting for me to set him up like he set up everybody else.
Oh.
I'm smarter than all of these people and they know it.
But what do you have to lose? Like, what do you have to lose? If
my
this
son's legacy. My son died because he was my son.
As the legal process unfolds, the future for Lopez and Kutcher remains uncertain. Will they clear their names? Or will their ties to Diddy leave a lasting stain?
And leave him out of the prank shenanigans. You'd think that kind of conversation would have ended with the two going their separate ways, right? Wrong. Instead, this bizarrely tense moment became the unlikely foundation of a years-long friendship. From that point on, Ashton and Diddy became practically inseparable. Whether it was red carpets, talk show appearances, or major industry events, the two were constantly spotted together. Their chemistry as friends was undeniable, and they quickly became one of Hollywood's most unexpected bromances. Y'all, one of the key milestones in their friendship, Ashton becoming a regular at Diddy's infamous white parties. Now, if you've heard anything about Diddy's parties, you know they're legendary. And not just for the glitz and glamour. These events were where Hollywood's elite gathered to let loose, network, and allegedly indulge in behavior that people are still whispering about to this day. Ashton couldn't stop gushing about how incredible these parties were. In one conversation, as reported by The Mirror, Ashton praised Diddy's events, calling them the ultimate must-attend gatherings. He would go on and on about the energy, the exclusivity, and the unforgettable experiences. It wasn't just about the parties, though. It was clear Ashton admired Diddy's larger-than-life persona. However, Ashton never really went into detail about what really transpired at these Diddy parties. In a 2019 interview on Hot Ones, Ashton was weirdly tight-lipped when the subject of Diddy's parties got brought up. Now, this was extremely out of character for Ashton because he has always had wonderful things to say about Diddy. Back in 2006, Ashton revealed that his friendship with Diddy was so influential that it made him make the decision to join the cast of Guess Who. Our friendship has helped me become aware of the fact that people are becoming comfortable with something that's still very uncomfortable. When I was hanging out with Sean, people did not understand why this Iowa farm kid went out with this hip-hop mogul from New York. But it wasn't that he was a hip-hop mogul and I was a farm kid. It was because he was black and I was white. It was that simple. If he was a white hip-hop artist from New York, nobody would have noticed. However, as of today, it seems Ashton is going to extreme lengths to distance himself from Diddy. Not only that, Ashton's wife, Mila Kunis, has reportedly banned Ashton from having any form of contact with Diddy. This doesn't exactly come as a surprise because the last time Ashton showed support for a celebrity friend of his who was accused of the R word, it didn't end well. Anyways, what do y'all think about Jenny and Ashton now acting like they weren't close to Diddy? Do y'all think Diddy has incriminating stuff on both of them? That's why they are...
For now, these are just rumors and claims. The truth may eventually emerge, but the Diddy scandal has highlighted the complex relationships behind Hollywood's glitzy facade.
The words that you can't or that shouldn't be repeated in a reaction video, it can get your videos taken down. But I think what they're implying here is that they're trying to say with the one girl, and I don't know why they showed the Misha chick, but it seems like they're implying that J-Lo allegedly is the woman, or could be the woman, in that room with Jay-Z and Diddy. So, again, as videos come out, I'm going to watch them, make my own decision on what I think is real and what's not. I'm watching in hopes that new information is revealed. Because like I said, there's videos coming out every day, every other day. A lot of things may be repeated just to kind of give you, you know, the backstory on what's leading to what they're about to talk about. But, you know, with this, it's like they're, you know, talking about J-Lo and just talking about the people who are trying to distance themselves. Like that video I seen on Will Smith, but I'm like, dude, like, there was another video there talking about how Diddy said something about Will Smith, like someone you can call. I forgot. And they were talking about like Jay-Z. Like I said, there's pictures of Diddy and Will Smith, or Will Smith at Diddy's, I think it was his 50th party. You see Bruce Willis and all. So again, I don't know if people don't realize how much pictures and stuff, and of course you got like AI and all that, but there's a lot of pictures and stuff that you can find of these people hanging out together. You know, people can say, yo, we just because we hang out don't mean we're friends. Y'all cool though. Y'all cool enough to be hanging out multiple times in multiple locations. So the whole like distancing yourself and try to act like y'all weren't or y'all not cool, I ain't buying it at all. At all. But we there's not a soul on here who would say that they don't think J-Lo knows something. Because she was super close. And then him and Ashton were like super buddies. So, yeah. I just think